Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 15 Transfer Portal Showcase. And boys and girls, the transfer portal, it is the most stacked portal of all time. It's going to be the most hectic portal of all time. And let's break it down. So in this class, there's 163 players you get to choose from. These players have been selected from every single CPU team in the country. Any coaches who left their teams to go into the portal, and some forced transfers from broken promises, among other things. So I'm going to break it down all for you here. There's 163 of them, and you have 1 day to submit, one chance to figure it out. So let's take a look. As always, here's a quick update of all of the budgets and TP scholarships left. If you are new, if this is your first transfer portal, this is everybody's remaining budget here in the C column. Okay, everybody's remaining budget. If you are in white, you can pitch. If you are in red, you cannot. So anybody with under 30K, because that is the minimum, you are going to be unable to submit a pitch here. And SMU, even though they have the funds, they are unable to submit as well. You can see how your TP scholarships here, and what that means is that's the number of players that you are allowed to sign in this class. So you cannot pitch above that amount. So North Carolina, they have 5 TP scholarships. They can pitch to under 5 guys, but they can't pitch above 5 guys. If they pitch to 6 or 7, then their pitch will be voided, and they just blew up their own transfer portal with 1.39 million. Okay, so this number is your cap, your max, the absolute max people that you can pitch to this year. You have 1 day to submit, one submission. You got to make it count. As far as voids and stuff go, I am not going to be too hypercritical this season. Let me quickly get my getting this in late here, but this is my example here to how you guys should be submitting. It's very simple. You show me basically TC, he has 150 left. I'm going to assume I have the base 3 scholarships left. And then I pitch 50K to each guy. So that's kind of how you have to do it. You cannot go over your TP scholarships, and then these cannot add up to more than your total TP budget, right? So the math is really the only way you're going to get voided, unless your spelling is just completely off. I'm not going to void it this year. It's already too tough of a portal. I don't really care as long as I can identify the player. If I can't identify the player, you're toast. But in terms of the math, if anything's off, if you don't add it up correctly, or if you go over your TP scholarships here, I'll scroll back through here as well just to make sure for you guys. Make sure you know. And it has your updated school, okay? So, like, for instance, Florida, Coach Tribe, right? He was Missouri. You do not have 270,000. That's Grady. You got to find Florida on here and figure out where your new budget is. Okay, so everything is updated. Everything is new. Don't be a dummy and submit for your old team. That's gonna cook you. So Florida actually only has 0. Okay, so Tribe actually has nothing. But for that example, right? So want to make sure you're using your new team, like Bob Toledo. Kansas State now, it's updated for you. Everything's been transferred over. All bonuses and anything like that has been inputted. So this is what you're working with, okay? So now let's look at the TP players, okay? And this is what you're going to get. It's going to be in a PDF format for you. These are all of the players. You should wait for the PDF. I don't expect you to look at all of them here, but as you can see, there are some spicy players here. Herky Streets, Dylon Sarnecki, Tutu Tulip. You got guys like Vlad Sexton. Some real game changers here for a lot of you guys, okay? So a couple things to identify is on the left-hand side, you obviously got their name and their position. You also got what they currently are, okay? So Herky Streets is currently a junior. He's going to be a senior, okay? Some of these guys, it might be different. They might have been redshirted this year, so you might get lucky and get an additional year of eligibility. However, this is just what they are right this second, okay? So you can expect these to go up by 1. So all these juniors are going to be seniors, sophomores, juniors, etc., etc. Now, you also see some players in orange here. These were forced transfers. We added a couple here late. Bob Rubsha entered the portal by himself, and same with Noah Council. So these type of players, if they go unsigned, that means if they do not get any pitches from anyone or any pitches that weren't voided, they will end up going to the 7 new teams that are not Jacksonville State because they were claimed by one of our users. They will go randomly there. I'll spin a wheel for all of them, so there's a chance like a Boss Hennessy could wind up at UConn, for an example, for his senior year. Those new teams, you want to get them a couple SFA players, to hype them up in their first year in the SFA, right? But these are all the players. There's 163 of them. So there's going to be a lot that don't go claimed. And also, you can see the overalls. These are all their current overalls right now in Season 15. I do not know yet if I'm going to progress players. I do not know yet if I'm just going to keep them at where they're at. It completely depends on the overall spread. If like a Herky Streets is just way too good for the game, if he would be by far the best player in the game, I might have to scale back some overalls. So these overalls are not final. This is just what they are currently. This is pre-progression. We may not even do progression. So a lot of things still to work out, okay? So you guys can do whatever kind of research, VOD work, however you want to do it. But this is all you're getting from me, a PDF of basically these 2 columns. And then as you guys submit through the form, I will enter your offers, and you guys have exactly 1 day, so till midnight Eastern on Saturday night is when it's going to close. So do not miss it. Do not be dumb. We're going to go back to the transfer portal here. Remember, you have your transfer portal scholarships. That's your max number of players you can pitch to. This is your money. You cannot go above that splitting-wise. You cannot stack. You cannot do anything like that. You can't make a tier list. You can't go, if I don't sign this guy, let me get this guy. That will get voided. And you have to pitch at least 30,000 each prospect for them to sign. If you pitch somebody 29,999, they will not sign with your team, even if you are the only offer. So hope that helps. Hope it answers all of your questions. If it doesn't, ping me or DM me. Yeah. The transfer portal is here, folks. It is going to be the best one of all time. Let's see who hits a home run and who goes home, who goes into college football 25 with their tail between their legs.